It's no secret that I'm a lover of the sissymax. I mean, I really like those intakes. So, you guys may remember, we purchased a sissymax some time ago. Actually, Pirate found this intake for us from some person on some website somewhere, probably Facebook. And, you know, we've got the upper and lower and everything. We're gonna have to open the neck up a little bit because we're gonna put a 75 on it. And we'll be using our AccuFab 90 and our TFSR on something else, our upper and the lower. I don't know what we'll do with that. We may sell ourselves. We've already got the we've got the mass air off. We're draining the radiator, and we've got the extruder out of it. We're already starting to take the bolts out. When the car is kind of, our stuff's pretty bare bones, these jobs are kind of go a lot faster because there's just less stuff to take off, which we like. Just let me get to work and you guys can go get a cold Mountain Dew. Look, I'm actually doing something. Oh damn, that one's tight. You think it wouldn't be that tight since we technically have already had this intake off, or at least the upper, off a couple times. Doing the thing at the track where we did it at the track. We swapped stuff around. So anyway, we need to get a 3/8 12 point, and we'll get this little jewel all taken care of. So, all right, we'll be back in a few minutes. Woo, there we go. I'm not a huge fan of this intake, but you know, it worked. It did its job. So now it's time to get something that, in my opinion, on a 302 does a better job. sissymax, and the one we're putting on is actually pretty old. sissymax went through some revisions over the years, and like I say, the one that we're putting on is pretty OG. So just a good intake. I like it. And like I said before, we're going to use the some of the trick flow is going on something else. So, you know, good for us. Oh, dang. Whew. Maybe it was on there. Well, it wasn't on there like the brains was. Holy crap. There we go. All right. One of the things that there's a thing online where people go crazy about these Printo seal gaskets. You know, they collapse and they do all this kind of weird stuff and everything like that. So let me show you real quick what we've got going on. As you can see in our case, we've got a slight bit of deformity, but not bad. The backs, you know, we put a little RTV on everything, honestly. There we go there, and here we go here. So all in all, I don't have any problems with how these work. You get online, people will tear these things apart about how terrible they are. But you know, in this instance, I don't have any real complaints. They've been a good gasket. And we don't even have the good block. We got the Y block, the triple Y, even though this is the factory short block. So, but the gaskets, no real complaints. I think we're pretty good here. Well, obviously we're going to change them out, but you know, we do. I just wanted to kind of show that real quickly. We're going to take those leaves out too. We're not going to leave them in here. So other than that, there it is. Boom goes the dynamite. Pirate just stopped by He was in town doing something. We're actually fixing to go to lunch, but that's not where I'm going.
No.
That's not where I'm going.
Where are you going?
Voodoo.
Oh, barbecue.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
choice. Good
And it's
choice.
right by the college, so yeah.
Well, that's why that car is so fast. It's got electric water pump.
I bought that used.
Oh, cool.
I know, right? I'm just saying. I was waiting for you to say something. He just told me if he had my money, he'd throw his money away.
I'd burn what little I got.
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, we're doing a little test fitting, just looking at the port alignment and stuff. It's okay.
Race piece.
I took a race piece off, allegedly, the R.
Oh.
So we're putting the sissymax on and see how that works. So
I got a sissymax if you want to get rid of your LTD.
wait till the next track trip.
Me and Mr. Skull says
Dr. Fear loves the LTD. He just migrated. Super Secret was his car. He loved when I drove Super Secret.
sissymax for the LTD and him.
No, you don't want him around. He's a real pain in the rear. You saw it. Well, you saw what he did to What a Kid. He tore his head off in one of my last videos.
I didn't see that one.
Nah, well, you don't see any of them, honestly, but you don't watch them. I know. You
man.
live them. Why watch? You live it.
Thanks. Yeah. What, are you trying to bring me down?
Right. So, yeah. But, yeah, you can't, no. You don't want him around. He's a problem. He's a real problem. So, but he has migrated from Super Secret since I fixed the transmission.
Was he at the track a couple weeks ago?
No, that's someone else. I actually posted that video. Well, what little bit of it there was. I posted it today as a matter of fact. So anyway, all right, well, we got to go because we got some stuff to do as far as he's looking at some stuff and whatever. And we got things to do. So
Thanks for watching.
So we have decided that we're going to go with the 1262s on it. We trimmed the tabs a little bit to try and help the gasket fit. And the other thing we have done is we had to round up some studs for our sissymax. And we also put the thermostat housing on. We had an extra one laying around, and we stopped by AutoZone. Hey, what's going on, puppet? And got us a 180 to put in there. And we're just it's one of those things when you buy an intake that doesn't have any bolts or anything like that. Sometimes you got to round up parts. So that is what we were in the process of doing, along with the gaskets. And we've got another thing we've got to do before we really kind of bolt it all together. The other thing that needs to be done is we need to taper this out to a 75. There's 70 from the factory. This is pretty much an old school sissymax. So I think the newer ones were 75, but the early editions were 70s. We got a new gasket too, so don't mess with us. We'll be ready to put it on, and we got to just put one vacuum port for our fuel rail or our fuel pressure regulator, and we'll be good to go. We have gotten our alignment studs in. We got our gaskets on. We've got our RTV set down. Okay, boom goes the dynamite. We've got our lower on and torqued down. Now we're ready to stick our injectors back in. These are, I'd have to look back and see when I actually had put the R on it, because it's been on a while. And it ran okay. All right, we've got the fuel rail on. We've got the injector harness all plugged back in. We've got our temperature gauge hooked up. We hooked our oil pressure line back up. We've got our little breather in the back. We've got a fresh gasket on. I spray them with a little WD-40 or whatever, just so they don't get dry. That's just a thing I do. Whether it helps or not, I don't know, but I do it because it makes me feel good. And now all we gotta do is get the upper. We probably won't start it today. We'll let the RTV set up a little bit, and but I'll go ahead and probably bolt the upper on everything and get throttle body on. Be ready to go. We may start it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm working on something tomorrow. I think something else. So maybe the next day. But you know, we're getting close. We're just piddling. And we've got the upper bolted on. We've got the we had to put an IAC on. We took one off the old one. We found a fitting for our fuel pressure and got that little pigtail in there. And throttle's hooked up. Fuel pressure is hooked up. We still got to drop the distributor, put the upper radiator hose on, put the plug wires on it, and obviously put the mass air on, and it'll be ready to go. So, all right, cool. Okie dokie, we've got it all assembled. It is all put together, and now we're gonna let the RTV. We put the thermostat housing stuff on. We're gonna let the RTV set a little bit on that. We had previously put a housing on that had the freaking snout missing. I didn't even notice that because I'm a moron. And while technically I could have drilled and tapped it and plugged it and all this kind of stuff, I had an extra one laying around or two, so I just swapped it out. And we're actually letting the thermostat RTV set a little bit. But we should start it up this afternoon, and that'll be one more job down. We've got lots of jobs to do on lots of cars, but it's like eating an elephant, one bite at a time. Just keep on nibbling. So, all right, we'll be back in the next clip, of course. sissymax life, yo. Got to burn the air out of the cooling system. See that we've got the intake on the car and it's running again, stuff like that. And I know this video is kind of weird or whatever, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But with this, I don't think we're going to go to the track without putting a clutch in it. And speaking of that, we have us a clutch. It's a Vallejo. Crap, where's the part number? Sorry, this place is a mess. It is part number 626720005. It's basically a King Cobra. So you can say it's brand new. It's from Rock Auto. It's good to go. Throwout bearing, pilot bearing, spline tool, clutch, brush plate. So we got everything that we need. So we got everything that we need, but we got sissymax back on, and we, like I say, probably won't go to the track. Probably put this in first. I don't know when it's going to happen. Got other cars that I need to get to the track and stuff. I mean, it's just, that's the problem with having a ton of cars and limited track days, and just stuff happens. So anyway, so I guess that's it. Thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for watching. Damn it. Until next time on Substandard Leader and Fox Buddy videos, Lover of Four Eyes, POS Mustangs, drag vans, Lincolns, LTDs, convertibles, 5.8s, don't think I missed anything, Verts, whatever. And Fox in all shapes, colors, sizes, and ones that have working clutches or not. We'll see you guys in the next vid. Damn.